You've probably seen a cat knead dough or heard a dog scratching at a door. But what do these behaviors tell us about how evolution has shaped their bodies? And why can cats retract their claws, but not dogs? We're going to dig into the science of scratching, clawing, and other adorable things your pets might do. So first, let's look at some amazing adaptations that make it possible for cats to retract their claws. Cats belong to the Felidae family, the cat family, which includes big cats like tigers and lions, as well as your fluffy feline friend at home. All cats can retract their claws except for the family's smallest members, the rusty spotted cat and the African golden cat. So what makes this possible? Well, the answer lies in the unique structure of their paws and claws. The bones of a cat's front paw are similar to those in our hands, while the back paws are more like our feet. Each toe has a claw, and these are connected to tendons and small muscles within the paws. When the cat is relaxed, these tendons pull its claws back into a protective sheath, hiding them from view. This adaptation has several benefits. It keeps the claws sharp and ready for action, since they're not touching the ground and getting worn down. It also allows cats to walk silently. Since their claws aren't making noise as they pad along, this is essential for ambush hunting. And finally, it reduces wear and tear on their paws when the claws are not in use. Now let's turn our attention to our canine companions. Dogs belong to the Canidae family, the dog family, which includes wolves, foxes, and jackals. And they all have one thing in common: they can't retract their claws. Instead, their claws are always exposed, extending beyond the end of their toes. This might seem less flashy than a cat's retractable claws, but it's actually an advantage for dogs. One benefit is that it provides traction when running or chasing prey. The exposed claws dig into the ground, helping the dogs grip the surface and keep their balance. This is especially important for sighthounds like greyhounds, who can reach speeds of up to 70 kilometers per hour. You've probably seen a cat or dog scratching an object like a post or a piece of furniture. But why do they do this? Well, it turns out there's more to scratching than meets the eye. For cats, it's a way to mark their territory. The rough surface of their claws leaves scent glands in the skin, which releases pheromones into the environment. This tells other cats that they've been there and a little bit about who they are. Pheromones are chemical signals that animals release into their environment to communicate with others of their species. They can convey information about the animal's sex, reproductive status, and even individual identity. By leaving their scent behind, cats are essentially saying, "Hey, I've been here." And different cats have different scents, so they can tell if another cat has been in the area and get a sense of who it is. In contrast, dogs use scratching to remove old or damaged nail beds and reveal new ones. These new nail beds help them grip surfaces and protect their paws from injury. So for dogs, it's all about paw care and keeping their nails in tip-top condition. Now let's tackle an age-old question. Do dogs dream of chasing cats, or do cats dream of catching mice? Well, we may never know exactly what goes on in their furry little heads. But thanks to some nifty adaptations, we can identify what they're dreaming about just by looking at their brains. When an animal is sleeping, its brain activity changes depending on whether it's awake and alert, relaxed and awake, or fast asleep. Researchers can monitor these changes by placing electrodes on the surface of an animal's brain. They found that cats and dogs show distinct brain activity patterns while dreaming, which can be categorized into 4 stages. Stages 1 and 2 are light sleep stages, where the brain shows a mix of activity from being awake and being asleep. In stage 3, the brain waves slow down, indicating a deeper sleep. Stage 4 is the deepest sleep stage, and it's during this stage that cats and dogs show different brain activities. In cats, stage 4 is characterized by bursts of rapid eye movement, or REM sleep. During this time, their brains show high levels of activity similar to when they're awake, and their eyes dart around rapidly, suggesting they're chasing prey in their dreams. Meanwhile, dogs also experience REM sleep, but their brain activity during stage 4 is more like a slower version of wakefulness. Some researchers believe this means that dogs may dream of chasing other animals or running through grassy fields. While we can't ask them directly what they're dreaming about, these brain activities give us clues about their dreams. So next time your pet is sleeping, look closely at their brain activity and maybe you'll learn something new. Okay, now let's talk about why only some cats can't retract their claws. A group of related species called the felini can retract their claws, while the group Pantherini cannot. Big cats like lions, tigers, and jaguars belong to the Pantherini group and have claws that can't be retracted. Their claws are larger and heavier than the felini group and are better suited for use as weapons. When these cats attack, they swipe with their whole paw, including their claw, rather than using the claw alone. This adaptation helps them take down large prey, such as deer and wild boar. On the other hand, smaller cats in the felini group use a different hunting strategy. They stalk their prey and then leap into the air to catch it with their claws extended. This hunting style requires agility and flexibility, which is made possible by their retractable claws. So it turns out that claw retraction is related to both size and hunting technique. But what does this mean for their ancestors? To find out, scientists studied the genetic makeup of modern cats and reconstructed the evolutionary history of claw retraction. They discovered that the ability to retract claws evolved independently in the ancestors of the two groups, felini and Pantherini. This means that claw retraction isn't a trait that all cats inherited from a common ancestor. Instead, it evolved separately in the lineages leading to the felini group and some species within the Pantherini group, such as the rusty spotted cat and the African golden cat. What could have driven the evolution of claw retraction in these groups? One possibility is that it provided an advantage for climbing, allowing early cats to navigate trees with more ease and hunt prey in new environments. Another theory suggests that claw retraction and the ability to move silently on the ground enabled cats to become ambush predators. This hunting style is more energy efficient than the pursuit hunting used by larger cats, allowing smaller cats to thrive in habitats with less prey. As scientists continue to investigate the evolution of retractable claws in cats, they'll likely uncover more insights into how this remarkable adaptation arose and the factors that drove its evolution. All right, folks, it's time to wrap up this episode. We've covered a lot of ground from the science of scratching to the evolution of retractable claws. But there's still more to explore in the world of our furry friends. So make sure to stay tuned for more fascinating insights into the animal kingdom. Until next time, keep scratching, keep dreaming, and keep learning. It's a big universe out there, and we're just getting started.